oftentimes when we are in situations where we need to have endurance, strength, and we need to rely on our coworkers to be there in a hurry when we need them to be there.
Often I'm generally the first one to respond on scene. When I get there, I have to have physical stamina and able to control the situation and not be out of breath. So I'm relied on as a first responder.
You're getting into the physical aspect of having to control out-of-control people, and that's a regular occurrence.
It's very large, very small, doesn't matter what size they are. You have to be able to, come in and doing your job properly.
The adrenaline is obviously there, but again, you have to be able to maintain that because you don't want to get hurt or hurt the person that you're going to have the altercation with as well.
COPAT is the Correctional Officer Physical Ability Test, and what it does is just test the ability of certain aspects that you might run into within sheriffs or corrections.
I guess to me it would just be a physical standard of what's expected for a correctional officer to carry out their duties, to maintain your composure and professionalism when dealing with situations.
To be physically fit, it gives them a lot of self-confidence and the ability to perform their role or their task that they may be faced with.
There's so many things that we need this for, and I think it's an awesome thing that they're incorporating it in our day-to-day routines and in the actual hiring process.
So I'll get you guys just to do a couple stretches.
When you first arrive, you got to make sure you get a few things with you. Photo ID would be one. You also need your medical clearance form from your doctor and liability waiver as well. You'll check your heart rate, your blood pressure.
We'll get them to warm up, do some stretches, do a little running, and make sure that they all have water and ensure that their sneakers or laces are tied.
Definitely proper gym equipment, t-shirt, light pair of track pants, jogging pants, or shorts, good footwear.
They'll also need to make sure that they have no energy drinks, any stimulants, caffeine, tobacco products, minimum 2 hours prior to the testing, because it's important for their blood pressure to be at a normal stage prior to the testing.
And then we will actually go through the test and show each aspect of the test and show how it's done. After that's done, there'll be an opportunity for all the applicants to try each piece of equipment before we start testing. Most situations in sheriffs and in corrections, when we're responding to something, we need to get there quickly. And in most of our facilities, there are stairs that you're going to have to run up.
You can be sitting in court for long periods of time, but then have to be running upstairs because there's an altercation somewhere.
Maybe running all the way from one unit all across the building to another unit, then I may have to run up the stairs into a cell and do an intervention in there. It'd be very tiring, so it's important to maintain that physical stamina so when you get there, you can perform your duties good.
Keep your body nice and square, Joe.
First step would be there's a 50-foot run, and run or sprint. So you're going to run a length of 50 feet around 2 pylons and head to a set of stairs. 6 stairs up and 6 stairs down. You must hit all stairs, every stair on the way up and every stair on the way down. If you miss a stair going up, we'll send you back down. You'll have to repeat that. If you miss a stair on the way down, we'll send you back up and you'll have to repeat that section. You'll do those stairs 6 times. So 6 stairs up, 6 stairs down, that's considered 1. You'll go around one side of the stairs, back up and down and around the other side.
They can use the railings for support, and we'll guide them for direction. From there, they'll go to the mobility testing, which causes the candidate to have to move quickly, change direction, and jump over hurdles.
At times there are things in the way, you just have to improvise, whether you go up, around, over, whatever it may be, whatever you have to do, just to get to where you need to go as quick as possible.
You would have the laundry bins in the hallways, you would have mop buckets, you would have people out cleaning, you would have other people walking in the hall.
For me, it's the public too is a major obstacle because you don't want to run into them, and then there's that possibility of them being injured.
They're going to the situations you feel like you're actually running through a maze. You have to be very aware of your surroundings and ready for absolutely anything.
All right. right, outside pylon, let's go.
Mobility testing causes the candidate to have to move quickly, change direction, and jump over hurdles. If a hurdle's knocked over or a cone is knocked over or placed off its marker, the candidate will have to replace the cone, go around that cone again, or replace the hurdle and go over the hurdle. After that, we go to the last cone, which is a 360 turn, completely around the cone, and then it's off to the push-pull station.
For the push-pull, there's many things. Like somebody came in hot with the sheriffs, and there'd been a disruptive offender in the back of a van and back of a car. Sheriffs open the door, the admitting officers and perimeter officers assist and pull the offender out to the most secure way you can. Try and get the offender out of the car. You have to pull him. He could be holding on to something. You're using your strength to try and get him out.
Sometimes we may have to grab an offender and physically push him to escort him into a cell when he's resisting, or we may require to be pulling an offender out of the cell if he's resisting to leave the cell. So we'd be using push and pull forces in that way.
We do have a vehicle that is wheelchair accessible. It does not have a lift. We are required to push that wheelchair up with a person inside that vehicle.
At the push-pull station, they'll have to pull the weight out, which is a 70-pound pulley system where they'll have to keep the weight completely in the air at all times.
You're going to start with the pull first. You're going to pull the weight back, lifting the weight from the carriage all the way to the top. You're going to place yourself in a seated position, and then you're going to rotate that weight back and forth in 6 arcs. So you're going to move side to side, shuffling your feet, and the weight cannot touch the base. If you drop the weight at any point, you'll have to restart back to 1.
They'll also have to make sure that they're not crossing their feet over. And if that occurs, after 2 warnings, the candidate will have to do extra arcs.
When you're done your 6 arcs, then you're going to drop the weight and you're going to go to the push. And once again, it's 70 pounds. You're going to push this weight in and you're going to hold it there, and you're going to do the same shuffling movement for 6 arcs, ensuring you're not crossing your feet, and ensuring that your arms are not straight locked out, it's not touching your chest, that you have it in a controlled motion, and complete 6 full arcs of that as well.
Once they've completed that, they'll move on to the vault.
When you're in a physical altercation, you have that physical and mental stress going on. It can be difficult to maintain your composure and professionalism. You can make mistakes if your mental and physical state isn't where it should be.
And then you get into a altercation with an offender or assist another staff, and you get the offender to the ground. Your mental aspect would be, such as the vault, listening to the instructor, be like put his right hand behind his back, place the handcuffs on. So your mental aspect, while your heart rate and other things are going on at the same time, it keeps you focused.
Drop to your chest in a push-up position. You're going to be proned out flat. You're going to get up from that and jump over the bar. The bar is 3 feet high. You can touch the bar only with your hands.
And another thing that we're looking for is that at no point can their feet or their legs touch the vault, so they have to clear that, and that both feet are going over.
If you touch the bar with your legs or your feet, that will not be counted. You'll have to repeat that vault. When you're over the vault or the bar, you'll have to drop to your back in a flat out position, and then you cannot roll to get up. You must sit yourself up almost as a sit up and then get up.
We're looking for good control. If they're not using their hands or their legs to sit up.
You cannot grab the bar to assist you. If you grab the bar, that won't be counted. You'll have to go back to the flat back position and get up once again. That's 9 times. You'll have to jump over that bar. 5 times to your chest, it's 5 times to your back. On the last back prone position, you'll get up, your time will then stop.
So it has to be at the 3-minute mark or under to be successful in passing the COPAT. Then we'll take the heart rate, and within 30 seconds of finishing the vault and taking the heart rate, the candidate will have to move on to the weight carry.
When you're dealing with offenders who are non-compliant, that are aggressive, and that you're definitely going to need the strength to be able to help hold them down or help restrain them.
If the offender was already cuffed and then escorted them to the particular place in the facility where you need to go down a long hallway after you've already been in the altercation, or if it was a healthcare situation, you would have to carry the offender to possibly healthcare.
From there, we'll do a bag carry, which is a 70-pound bag carry. It's not timed, but you must show control. You'll pick the bag up about waist level or above your knees, and you'll walk it down. It's 50 feet, 25 feet down, around a pylon, 25 feet back, and place the weight control on the floor. If you drop the weight at any point in time, that would be a fail. You must show control the entire time.
The key thing that we're looking for here with the weight carry is the grip strength and to be able to carry weight over a certain distance. And at no point can they drop the weight. So once the candidate lifts the weight up, they have to maintain that for a certain distance.
Definitely be working on cardio. See if you can get yourself on an actual program. Definitely strength training, even some weight training. And yeah, it's really going to boost your confidence. It's going to help you with your endurance, with your strength.
Keep healthy, eat well, work out, and prepare yourself as much as you can to deal with situations. You're there for your co-workers and your partner, and also there for the offenders.
Well, cardio obviously is a good thing. I would strongly recommend interval style working out where you're going to be doing, very fast cardio, whether it's a stair climb or whether it's jogging or running. Give a little slow time and then back to a fast. You want something that's going to get your heart rate up very quickly, because that's what this test is going to do, and that's what happens in the reality in this job. You're going to go from 0 to 100 very quickly. Also, strength training is very important. Weight training, whether it's heavy weights or light weights, just something to strengthen your muscles. But a good mixture of weight and cardio would be very, very important and helpful.